Saturday night. You worked all week and it's been a rough one. You get a text from your best friend saying, "I need a drink," and you totally agree. So you do your hair, you put on your makeup, you pick out your favorite best outfit, and guys, didn't forget about you. You pick out your favorite t-shirt, spray on some cologne, and then it's out for a fun night on the town. When you go out, one drink turns into two drinks turns into 6 drinks. We all know how it is. But the thing is, closing time comes around, it's late, and it's time to go home. But you and your friends don't have a DD. You didn't consider what was going to happen before you went out that night. How about getting a taxi? Nah, you think, I'm okay to drive. The truth is, you're not. All it takes is a blood alcohol content level of 0.08%, which is 3 beers, to be considered an OVI. After your night out, you're already double the legal limit. A lot of people are lucky to get pulled over by the authorities. You may ask, how would that be lucky? You're lucky because you are stopped from being in a crash, which you're going to be harming more people than you can even possibly imagine. According to MAD, which is Mothers Against Drunk Driving, in 2011, 9,878 people were killed and approximately 315,000 were injured. Each crash, each death, each injury impacts not only the person in the crash, but the family, the friends, the co-workers, and many others. So why have that on your conscience? I live in Ashland County, and in 2012, there were 126 OBI enforcements from January 1st to December 31st. For this year, there are already 100. That's a difference of 26, and that's only from January 1st to August 26th. Overall, in the state of Ohio, from January 1st to August 26th, there have been 15,349 OVI enforcements, which is getting very close to last year's statistic of 15,890. There are 88 counties in our state. Think how high that can rise and how much that can overpower last year's statistic. As we know, holidays are the times when local police and state highway patrol need to be out in force and stopping and watching for potential drunk drivers. According to Ashland County Sheriff Wayne Reisner, during the Labor Day weekend in 2011, a total of 138 people were killed in crashes involving drivers and motorcycle riders with blood content levels of 0.08% or higher. Of those fatalities, 83% occurred during the evening and overnight, from 6 p.m. to 5:59 a.m. That's the time when you and your friends are driving home from the bar. So what can we do to stop this? Enforce more checkpoints and have cruisers at the spots where we know that drunk drivers are coming from. Officers obviously know when and what time these incidences are likely to happen, so why not step up and be more proactive with the issue? A lot of times, there are other factors such as budget issues and not enough manpower to enforce the laws, but we need to start somewhere, and today needs to be the day. Ashland police have already heard the cry for help with the drunk driving epidemic, and will be part of the annual nationwide Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over crackdown on drunk driving. This campaign, which will include high visibility enforcement throughout Ashland County, will run from August 16th through September 2nd, 2013. The effective nationwide drunk driving crackdown will include high visibility enforcement, high profile events, and will be supported by national paid advertising. This creates a campaign to curb drunk driving in August and through the Labor Day weekend. But why is this campaign only from August 16th through September 2nd? It should be all year round. And that money used for those high profile events need to be put towards the local police so we can have more people out on the streets stopping this epidemic. But the thing is, even when we do get more officers out on the streets and cracking down on these drunk drivers, there is still a chance where these drunk drivers, even after they get their OVIs, are going to go out and drive again under the same circumstances. 50 to 70% of these offenders drive anyway, and some drive under their current OVI status. In this case, we need to require ignition interlocks on all offenders' vehicles. These ignition interlocks are a cell phone-sized breathalyzer that are placed onto the vehicle, and the driver and the offender has to blow into the breathalyzer to be able to start the ignition on their vehicle. Ohio does require these interlocks, but only after the second device, or the second conviction. We, as community members, need to sign the petitions to get our legislators to make this a first-time mandate. As I had previously stated, not only can you harm yourself and your passengers, but you can also harm unsuspecting others who were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. On August 17, 2002, 16-year-old Jamie Meyer was backing out of a friend's driveway when a drunk driver crashed into the passenger side of her car. The drunk driver was traveling more than 100 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, with a blood concentration level of 0.12%. The impact instantly killed Jamie and her friend, who was riding with her. The drunk driver was convicted of 2 counts of manslaughter and sentenced to 30 years, but the thing is, he had multiple DUIs. To this day, Jamie's mother speaks around the country for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and she always ends with this same statement. If you have love in your hearts, you won't take chances with your life. You will think about the people who love you and need you alive. So remember, drive sober or get pulled over.